Hello, welcome to I Care I Move. This is one of your Move More movement snacks, and today we're going to cover the hip walk. We love the hip walk. It's such a good movement for you. It works on strength and mobility in your hips, your pelvis, your lower back. The most important thing though is that it will help you to get out of a chair and into the back of your chair safely. It will also help you to be able to move on the floor should you find yourself on the floor. So I'm going to demonstrate what it looks like and then you can join me. So first of all, my feet are slightly wider than my hips and they're forwards, they're in front of my knees. I'm going to think about my posture. So instead of just slouching into the back of my chair, I'm going to sit into what we call a self-supporting spine. So my spine is supporting the whole of my body and I sit upright. I'm going to try not to hold my breath when we do this. So I'm going to take my feet even wider. So I'm going to start with our sway. We call this a wide base sway. And it's literally moving your body from one side to the other. And you might feel, I want you to really think about what it feels like. You might feel the weight shifting from one cheek to the other. Your sit bones, one sit bone to the other. You can start to press into your feet to make that bigger. Do what works for you. Okay, now to begin the hip walk, I'm going to come to one side. I'm going to lift this cheek, move it forwards. Sway to the other side, lift. So we call it lifting and shifting. I'm lifting my bottom, moving it forwards, lift forwards, lift until I come to about the front third of my chair. So I'm not going to fall off the end. So this is a prime position for you to be able to stand up from. We're not going to stand today. We're going to go backwards. So I'm going to lift my bottom. I'm going to sway and lift. So I will turn sideways so you can see what's happening. Lift and shift. Now, this also will raise your heartbeat. So you can join in. I'm going to show you from the side. So I'm at the back here. I sit up, lift and shift, lift and shift. And you can take your time with this. It doesn't have to be quick. So you can see that I'm quite away from the back of the chair. And if I was to stand up, I'm in that position to stand, but I'm not going to. Again, we're going to come back towards the back of the chair. And this is the way we want you to start to think about getting out of your chairs. We don't want to see this. That is no good for you because you've got to somehow get up from this position and you might be in the wrong position on the end of the chair. So it's really good practice to do this when you want to move in your chair. So hip walk to the back, hip walk to the front, hip walk to the back. Keep going, just keep going. Unless you're so puffed out you need to have a rest. I'm going to turn around again, keep going. And come to the front of the chair. And I mentioned earlier, if you found yourself on the floor, you might use this. So if you found yourself on the floor, because you get used to shifting and hip walking, you could hip walk to a place of safety, to a window or to a phone or to a door where you could draw attention to yourself or to just move yourself to a cushion or somewhere a bit more comfortable until you're ready to get up or until you're ready to find some help. Don't let that scare you. This is a great movement. It's a great exercise. One you can do in all the ad breaks if you're just sitting, watching the telly or in your dining room chair. Get used to practicing it and building it into your routine and it will really help. You'll notice a difference and it will keep you stronger for longer. Take care. Thanks for joining us.